Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. We welcome back, by popular demand, our friend Kevin Cummings, President and Chief Executive Officer, Investors Bank. Good to see you, Kevin.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Now, Kevin is a huge fan of basketball. We're taping this right at the end of March Madness. By the time it airs, you will know who the national champion is. We're not going to talk basketball.
Why not? My bracket got murdered.
Yeah, join the club.
I'm still rooting for Kansas.
By the way, a graduate of St. Peter's Prep, Jersey City, right? Growing up in Jersey City, going to St. Peter's Prep, in fact, has had, no joke, a big impact on your life and your approach to being a CEO, corporate executive.
Sure.
Describe it.
I tell you, the Jesuit tradition, being a man for others, being a leader who serves, not a self-serving leader, has been our motto here at the bank. And we have our core values: character, commitment, community, and cooperation. And we want to be a bank that makes a difference for our customers, our employees, and the communities that we serve.
In fact, as we do this program, literally tomorrow morning, it will again air after, one of the partners you have that we're very close to is the Montclair Film Festival. There's a big opening happening tomorrow. It's an arts education initiative they're involved in, a building that's happening there. That's just one of the many, and we'll just go through some of these. When we talk about corporate social responsibility, I'm going to go through some of these. One, talk to us about the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children. What is it and why does it matter?
Okay, it's a scholarship fund, local businesses, corporate support through the diocese, the Catholic Diocese of Newark. It's a separate organization, and it gives scholarship funds, provides scholarship funds to Catholic high schools in Bergen, Union, Hudson, and Essex County. It's a great program, and it's all to kids of all denominations, all races. No, you have to be Catholic or anything like that. And it really helps those parents in those neighborhoods that want a value-based education, gets them over the hump to afford the education.
But why do you support? Like, why have when the foundation, when the bank's foundation picks who you choose to try to make a difference with? I mean, you get asked by everyone, including public broadcasting, right, and others.
Yeah.
How do you decide?
Well, case in point, St. Benedict's Prep, Omari Fraser.
Great school. By the way, my son teaches there right now, so go ahead with Father Edwin Leahy.
He's on their foundation board. He works with them. We do something with the Student Alliance partnership that supplies scholarships and mentoring. Some of our executives mentor students throughout the year. So it's not just writing a check. It's things our employees are passionate about. It's time, treasure, and talent. We supply the treasure, and our employees supply the time and the talent to make a difference.
You know, the other thing about you, Kevin, is that Kevin is really hands-on. One of the things, he mentions Catholic high schools. One of them is Christ the King. Kevin and his people recommended that we meet a guy by the name of Father Bob, right, who leads that school. Yeah. Describe Christ the King, describe who their student population is, and why they matter.
Okay. It's a Crystal Ray School, which is a special Jesuit urban school sponsored by Jesuit. Father Bob's a Franciscan running a Jesuit school.
Yeah, right.
So that's a unique situation. But it's there for kids that come from families that can't afford the education. Corporations supply the internships for these kids to come one day a week. They come one day a week. We have 4 interns here in our Short Hills office, and we have 4 in Brooklyn with the Brooklyn Crystal Ray School. We actually pay their tuition.
You pay their tuition,
we support their tuition, and they are allowed to go to school. But one day a week they're working, and the other 4 days they're going to school. And their results, most importantly, their results, they have 100% going on to college.
And to Kevin's point, in fact, we met some of these kids. We learned more about them, and the Caucus Educational Corporation, our production company, has taken on one of these interns who is going to be starting to work for us. And we are proud to be paying, because that helps for that young person's education.
Exactly. And the best part is they show up in their uniforms, and every once in a while I'll catch a sophomore or a freshman and say, hey, how do you like these uniforms? And they give you that shy look, and they'll respond, well, I don't like the uniforms, but I like the school.
Yeah, it makes a difference. New City Kids is what?
New City Kids is a program for tutoring, leadership, and an after-school program in Jersey City, right in the heart of Jersey City. They have a building on Fairmont, Monticello Avenue. It's in a rough neighborhood. It's run by a gentleman called Josh Thornburg. I met with Doris Bush. I met with him this week, and he's just doing some great things in the city. Again, supplementing the public schools' educations and supplying tutoring. They hire high school students to tutor the 5th, 6th, 7th graders. So it's these kids, leadership programs, giving back, helping those kids, and then the high school students get tutoring and education and for the college boards, and then they take them on college trips, college tours, and get them where the parents probably aren't around or don't have the experience. These guys fill that void and put in a lot of time and effort to make sure these guys get into college.
We're big fans of public schools, big time, but at the same time, much of the support that you talk about is for parochial schools in urban areas, in the poorest of the poor areas, and for children who really struggle. One school that I know of, and if I'm not mistaken, St. Vincent's, is a girl for
all
young
girls school.
all girls. Is Sister June still running the operation?
Oh yeah, she's been there for over 25 years.
Sister June Favada, who actually we actually recognize through our Stand and Deliver program as the Dr. Martin Luther King Leadership Award. Just Joanna Gagis, our great anchor on Life and Living, interviewed her. I was just told by our producers, check out our website at steveadubato.org. You'll be able to see the interview. Why am I mentioning it? Young women in leadership at St. Vincent's. Them as well you support.
Yeah, well, one of our senior vice presidents, Kathy Regan, sits on their board, and she's, I think, vice chair of the board. And Sister June has done a remarkable job. So many of, like my wife's school, St. Al's Academy in Jersey City, Sisters of Charity.
You mean St. Aloysius?
St. Aloysius, yeah. And not St. Al's High.
I know.
The Academy is St. Aloysius. There's a
Yeah.
difference. But certainly, the leadership that Sister June provides to keep that school going and keep it going, and it's on an upswing, very much on an upswing now. Great enrollment and just great momentum and chemistry in the organization. It's a great school.
Before I let you out of here, I'm curious about something. Your commitment to, you and I have offline talked a lot about leadership. We talk about responsibility beyond the bottom line. You have a bottom line, I have a bottom line. We have to run our organizations in a tight way, right, fiscally. But this obsession that you have, hopefully in a healthy way, with really giving back, it's real and it also pervades the organization. Because?
Well, it gets to who we are and what we do. And really, no one's going to remember you where you lived or what cars you drove. It's the life you lead. And you got to be a man for others, be a leader who serves, and really make a difference. And it's part of the organization, and it really gives people a passion and a legacy to come to work. They want to feel part of something. So you move from going from being successful, just making money, like any big bank can do, to being significant. And when you're significant, you create a purpose and a legacy, and that's more important than making money.
Kevin Cummings is the president and chief executive officer of Investors Bank, and a lot of organizations and a lot of people, particularly in urban areas, are being helped every day by the work you and your colleagues do. Thank you, Kevin.
Good to be here, Steve.
And hopefully your bracket won't get screwed up next year.
No.
Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
The preceding program has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of Caucus New Jersey has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, the law firm of Gibbons, P.C., Berkeley College, the North Ward Center, the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor, and by Gary's Wine and Marketplace. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. Caucus New Jersey has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.